Basics of viruses are they have a protein coat, drawing a phage virus here. They are not considered complete and whole cells. The debate goes on, should we consider them in our tree of life or not? One of the reasons some people want to include them in the tree of life is they are DNA containing, DNA or RNA, and they are able to reproduce, but under only the conditions of having infected another cell. Another thing that we hear about are prokaryotes, all single-celled organisms. Prokaryotes have cell walls. Their DNA is what we call free-floating. In other words, not contained in a nucleus. And these generally will be referred to as bacteria and monarins. There are three basic shapes to prokaryotes: spherical, known as cocci. There are rods, which are known either as rods or as bacillus. And there are spiral-shaped prokaryotes known as spirochetes. Eukaryotic cells, for which there is evidence of endosymbiosis, have more cell machinery. For starters, they have a membrane-contained nucleus containing the bulk of DNA. The endosymbiosis comes in with a few more cell structures with membranes, including mitochondria, which there will be several. And in the case of eukaryotic cells, some will be filled with chloroplasts, containing the green pigment chlorophyll. Mitochondria and chloroplasts each have their own DNA. And as we learn more about cells, we'll get into some of the additional cell structures. Size matters when it comes to biology, and we often don't understand little microscopic organisms. And so what I'm going to talk about here are basic sizes. You've heard of virus and bacteria and protist. Viruses would be the smallest of these. As anything, there's a range of sizes. There's natural variation. Some viruses are larger than others, and there may be some overlap between these. But the next size up would be bacteria. And in general, bacteria can be, get that cylindrical, can be infected by viruses and are the larger organism. And then we get up into some of our protists, like a paramecium, which we've seen. And those are yet larger items. Then we get into eukaryotic cells that are parts of multicelled organisms. And so things like red blood cells or onion root cells. And these things can be considerably larger than the aforementioned.